Good morning, Sarah.
Good morning. It's so lovely to be here.
We are so excited here representing IHS and IHS 54. So excited to have you here with us. This is quite the honor, and we are very much looking forward to your interview with some of our featured artists and to chat about what they've been doing all week.
How's everything been going for you as the organizer? Jennifer Schultes, everybody, the organizer, tireless organizer of IHS 54. You're in Kingsville, which is, I looked it up, 5,547.602 miles from where I'm sitting in Berlin right now. That's actually quite a long way.
Yeah, so it's hot.
It's hot here too.
Yeah.
It's like I live under the roof and it's like, what's 37 degrees in Fahrenheit? I don't know, very hot.
Right. Yes, I was talking with someone and they said, oh, it's so-and-so degrees Celsius. I was like, that doesn't mean anything to me.
It's hot.
And it's hot, but we are having a fabulous time. It's hot in the sense of fabulous music, fabulous presentations. I think everyone has enjoyed their in-person symposium after 3 years. Yes. And hey, I'm on the...
Hey, good. Good, everyone's waving. Is that Nancy I see in the front row there?
Yes, of course.
She's not wearing purple, so I wasn't quite sure. Oh, yes, she is. Oh, thank you, Hubert. That's a nice zoom into Nancy. I love it. Yeah, you guys got to be careful because what you're seeing on your screen is not what the people at home are seeing. Because Jacob is editing it, so he keeps going into the other camera, so we do see a bit of the audience. So no falling asleep.
Well, I'm going to turn this over to you because nobody wants to listen to me talk, so take it away.
Of course they do. But welcome back, everyone. This is a huge welcome for all of you watching. I know we're live on Facebook right now, so if any of you have not seen it on Facebook yet, get over there and share it with all your friends. And we're live on the live page on my website, sarahwest.com/live. That's where you can ask any questions you've ever wanted to know about the IHS. What does the IHS stand for people? I know John is watching in New York and he's a viola player, so he's probably completely bewildered what this IHS is. The International Horn Society Symposium is taking place in Kingsville, Texas right now. And as Jennifer has just said, the organizer of this amazing event, it's the first time that horn players have met in person to do something like this in this is the 3 years, I guess. It's really incredible. And I'm sure you're all having an amazing time. We also have someone, just before I say welcome everybody else, we have someone else who's just joined us to say hello. Can we beam him in now? We have Louis Philippe Marsollet, who will be the host of the next symposium in Montreal next year. And he's got to get to a rehearsal. So bonjour, bienvenue. Say hi to everybody.
Hi, Sarah. Hi, everyone. Nice to be here.
It's great to see you. You're only being watched by thousands of horn players worldwide. I know you have to go to rehearsal, but everyone's in Kingsville now, but they'll all be in Montreal next year. So tell us, tell us what we can expect.
It's going to be great. You know, at the moment, it's not so hot that it is in Berlin or in Kingsville. It's a perfect 26 degrees Celsius at the moment with a nice little breeze, very sunny. But outside from the temperature, it's just going to be an awesome symposium. At first, it was going to be in 2021, and then we had to cancel it because of COVID. So we've really been working on this for 5 years now. So we've got a whole team of horn players from all over Quebec working on this. We have hundreds of concerts and events coming up, very nice venues all over town and even outside of town, and concerts on the top of the mountain.
Oh, can I do one?
I don't know if you can see it at the back there. And so it's going to be just a a great week.
Cool. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And there's a video you've put together. We won't show it now, but we'll share it. If there's a link to it where people can watch it, maybe we can put that up in the chat.
Yes, we've just put our website live this morning just to make sure it was going to be ready for your hangout. So it's ihs55.org.
Now, if Marie-Michelle is watching, she can put it up right now because I know she's there, right?
Yes, she's there, I'm sure.
Okay, there you go. Up it goes. Louis-Philippe, it's so lovely to see you, and I owe you a phone call, and we will be in touch later, but I have to get on because Mr. President is waiting.
Okay, I just have one request. I can't announce at the moment who's going to be president, but if I was to ask you to be there for IHS 55, what would you say?
I would say it has to stay a complete secret, and we're not allowed to tell anybody that I might be there in person.
Okay, it was my only question. Thank you. Have a great summer.
You too. Lovely to see you. Everyone's waving in the room. Bye.
Bye.
How lovely to see him. How lovely to see him. I know it must be so much work to organize these things. I just wanted to say some hellos to people watching from all over the world right now. Jill Williams in Bonn. Hello, Jill, just back from Australia, I know. Annie Bosler is there. Annie, are you watching? Look. Those are the earrings that Annie gave me. Ricky Lee is in Berlin, Karen Murphy in Florida, Tiffany Howard Pink in Nashville. Oh my goodness, Hong Kong, Joe. Andy Pelletier is watching. Andy, lots of love to you. Sorry you can't be there in person, but lovely that the ex-Mr. President is watching. And now I would like to welcome the current Mr. President and 3 more featured artists, or 4. Radegundis, come on in here and tell us what's going on. Yay!
Hello, Sarah.
Good morning, you good-looking people.
Good morning.
And I must say, there's a very handsome man in a very nice T-shirt next to you. Radegundis, Mr. President, thank you very much to you and your colleagues for playing just now. That was you. Well, you say who was playing first? I've forgotten already. Matias, Luca Zambonini, Matias Piñera, Bernardo Silva, and yourself.
Yes.
And that
Bernardo
piece you
Silva
were
was
playing.
playing first.
That's right. And that piece you were playing, Marquinhos no Frevo.
Exactly. Brazilian music. It's a frevo style music. Yeah.
Thank you for playing that. It's always better to start with music, I think. And welcome. This is your first symposium as Mr. President, right?
Yeah. Very exciting and lots of work, you know. I need to wake up early and to sleep very late. But of course, always to help the hosts that have the most work of everyone.
Yeah.
Even turn pages for me, Sarah.
Even turn pages for you. Oh my goodness. Are you guys getting confused with this modern technique? Actually, Vinny, can you take them off the big, well, I mean, I'm happy if you see, it's often quite distracting, but if you're okay like that?
Yeah.
Hello? Anyway, I want to make sure that you, I've left the room, I'm sad. I can't do anything about that, you guys. Ah, there she is. Sorry, she's back. Radegundis, can you tell us what has been your role this week as president, and then can you introduce the wonderful people next to you?
Okay. So nearby I have Luiz Garcia from Brazil, Anneke Scott from England, Ricardo Montesinhos from Portugal, and Matias Piñera from Chile.
Good morning, all of you. Well, it's wonderful to see such good friends there, and actually I'm quite wistful now because I wish I was with you in the room. I'm sure there's some great partying going on at night as well. Maybe a little bit.
No, nothing.
No. You all go to bed early. That's the whole point, right? So tell me about the IHS. Tell me what you're doing there. We haven't got a lot of time, but if I just love to know what everybody's doing, what's it like being there, what's it like performing. I could see Matias already going, oh God, I've got to speak in English, right? Matias,
Hey,
hola, ¿qué tal?
bien, muchas
Muy
gracias.
bien.
Thank you so much. You know, this is my second time in America, actually. This is my second time, and so I am really excited. And thank you so much for the invitation, President, for everyone. And Sarita, nice to see you.
Nice to see you too. It's been a long time. What are you doing here at the symposium? ¿Qué haces ahora?
Yesterday, I played with Ricardo, and masterclass too. And yes, actually, it's a really, really wonderful experience.
You did a master class already.
Yes.
How were they? Did they play well for you?
Yes. Well, I think this is no question for me, it's for the students. I
Yeah.
make what I
Dear
can,
students,
but-
was he
but
mean
it's
to
really
you?
nice.
Was he mean?
What? Sorry?
Waren die gemein? Warst du gemein? I'm asking the students to shout in the background or write in the chat. Yeah, there's a lot of people going on in the chat. My mum says hello, Matias. Und Reinaldo Fonseca from Brazil, do you guys know him?
Yes, we do.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, he says he's watching as well. Isn't this great? You're in Kingsville, Texas, and everyone's watching you from all around the world. I love it.
It's wonderful.
Ricardo, good morning. How are you?
Good morning. I'm really fine, thank you.
We need more low horn studies, please.
The low horn studies,
Yeah.
they were really a big help for me. And even on the yesterday's recital, I was playing low horn. Can you believe it? So I always struggled with low horn, but finally my low horn playing is improving.
Because you wrote the studies, right?
Yes.
So we need more.
Self-promotion.
I will
We need
write
more.
more.
You're allowed to promote. We need, because I love your studies, but they're hard.
Actually, they look harder.
There's a lot of hand stopping in there.
No, most of the time the hand is not stopping.
Okay, well, maybe I was doing them wrong. So, is there anyone at home watching you this morning, apart from my mum?
Maybe my mom is watching, maybe my son, or
Okay,
maybe
well,
my wife.
if
For
they're
sure,
watching-
I hope all my students that were practicing, maybe they stop their practicing sessions for a few minutes to watch me, but then they need to resume and continue.
You mean they stop Netflix to watch a Horn Hangout? Oh no, that's not how we practice.
And then he'll continue practicing.
Good, thank you. Lovely to see you, Anneke. My dear, I've got something to show you. Okay, now we're going to get a bit technical. So I'm picking up my computer, and I'm going to show you all what's holding it up.
Oh, yes.
It's a perfect size to prop up my computer. It's Anneke's book.
The
really is. So
number of people, we're almost sold out of that first run. And the number of people who've said that the second run, I've got a way of keeping it open on my music stand. We're going to do, the second run's going to have a better spine. But for the purposes of keeping a computer up, it's perfect, that spine, isn't it?
It's great. It's great. And I mean, of course, I take it down to practice because I love it. But in the COVID times, when you sent it to me, when we were doing all those hangouts, I must admit, we weren't practicing all that much. So it was more the computer proper-upper. So I just wanted to show you that it's here with me always. So what are you doing? What sort of handy horn thingies are you up to at the symposium?
I'm just having a ball. I'm having a wonderful time. This is the first time I've had the chance to attend a whole IHS conference. I got to go to London and I got to go to Ghent, but partially because it's in Europe and partially because of sort of work commitments. On both occasions, I basically went in, did my bit and went out.
So of course, coming to America, coming to this event, it would have been really, really a silly idea just to come and just do my bit and go away. So I've had such a wonderful time being here for the entire conference, which has meant I've been able to just listen to all my colleagues and attend all the concerts. And I think this is one of the great things about the IHS events is the huge cross-section of horn playing you'll hear here. You know, I've heard singer-songwriters, I've heard people who are from my world, I've heard contemporary music a lot, and such a wide range. And I think this is a great opportunity for us to broaden our horizons, hear new stuff. So I've been here, we've all been doing the evening recitals, so all the featured artists have had a slot. So I had a performance a couple of nights ago. We've had a natural horn competition, which has been brilliant to see all the new talent coming through. So I had a masterclass with that. And yesterday I had the opportunity to give a presentation talking about 19th century, you know, and what on earth was going on there. But the main joy has just been hanging out and getting to chat to all sorts of horn players. So I, as I say, it's my first time at a complete convention, and I will definitely be coming back for the whole week for another one. I'm looking forward to Montreal already.
Yes, everyone get your tickets booked for Montreal, and I'll see you. Oh, no one's announcing anything right now. Shh. It's a secret. Anneke, I will see you somewhere in the world. But it's great to see you here. I'm really, now I'm getting quite sad because I should be there in person. But I literally
worked out that when I'm in Berlin, you're in London.
I know. It's just not fair. You're here while we're doing the proms.
Yeah, we're swapping. I do the prom after you. Yeah.
That's not okay. We have to get our schedules more aligned, or schedules, as you say. It's lovely to see you anyway, and you're looking glamorous as ever. And this handsome gentleman in the nice t-shirt next to you, Luiz, it's so good to see you, but I'll see you in person actually very soon.
Right, I see you in Brazil.
We're going to be at the ITB. It sounds more like a messe in Frankfurt, doesn't it? But the what's it called? International Trompa Brasilianos, or what do you call it?
Associação dos Trompistas do Brasil.
That's exactly what I said.
It's a Brazilian. It's a Brazilian Horn Players Association.
And is Marcus in the room today, or is he working his stand? Is he there?
He sold everything already, so he doesn't have a stand. No longer.
Man, you better take us out to dinner when we're there. It's his festival,
right.
Isn't it? Well, looking forward to that, and I'll see you there too, Radegundis, no?
Yes.
Yeah, great. So, Luiz, what brings you here? Why go to these events? That's a big question. Why should we all do that? For those of you watching at home, and we have, oh gosh, Heidi Oros. Oh, Heidi, by the way, sorry, just a quick question for Anneke, will there be a sequel? I think she just answered that. Yes, there will be. She's working on it, and it'll be a great size so we can prop up computers even better between practice. Yoga Lena, our yoga teacher, Matias, she says, a long, slow breath, say hi to you. She's been great. And Timothy Dias, you know Timothy? Who knows Timothy? Anneke, you do. Well, apparently you do.
Yes, I know Tim very well.
He's watching and says hi. Sorry, Luiz, carry on. I interrupted you, but the questions were all for Anneke just now. I'm trying to multitask here.
Sure, I understand. So first of all, what brings me here? First of all, the invitation from Jennifer, which is, I take it with a lot of joy. It's great being here. It's great exchanging experience with my fellow artists, future artists, and with all the people taking part in the event. We learn from each other. We learn from them. They learn from us. And socially is also blessed, I have to say. Is everything packed in a few days, in a week? Things that would take a long time to get done over the year, in the course of the year, we get it done here in 1 week. It's a very packed in experience, and it's awesome.
Radegundis, did you practice that with him yesterday?
Did I practice? Sorry?
Did you practice that speech with him yesterday? It was very good.
Oh, no.
Okay.
But he's helping me, with everything.
It's very, very good. I agree with everything he says, and I'm sure the people watching we all wish we were there, don't we, guys? Even John in New York who plays the viola. Radegundis, Ricky in Berlin has asked a question: how the IHS picks locations. Can you help us answer that? Locations.
Oh yeah. Our wonderful symposium coordinator, Nancy Joy, she works with future hosts. Hosts can propose a bid, budget, and then she works with this person, and depending how it goes, it is proposed to the advisory council of the International Horn Society, and then we vote to choose the place, It's I was a host in 2017 in Natal, Brazil, and it's a wonderful thing. It's an unforgettable experience. Yeah. So if someone wants to host a symposium, you should talk to Nancy Joy.
It's a lot of work.
Yes,
I remember when Annie and Andrew were doing LA, and we will never forget LA. That was the most incredible symposium. But I think Andrew had to sleep for like a month afterwards, and Annie's still catching up. Anyway, it's nice to see all the people behind you in the screen. Right behind you. That morning. And remember, there we go. Hi, everyone. And that's what we're seeing live online right now. What you're seeing up on your screen, like the Wizard of Oz, is not always what Jacob is editing in. So, no, I saw that yawn just now, lady in the green shirt. I saw that. So, Radegundis, thank you guys for being there and for playing, but we're swapping you out, aren't you? Because we wanted to feature all the featured artists. Do you have anything else to add? Matias, why didn't you bring your band? Los Pitutos. Why are they not there? Warum sind die nicht da?
I don't know. Maybe next time we need to talk about it.
Yeah.
But maybe next time you will be here too, right? Maybe. No? No, I don't know. I ask you.
I'm not allowed to say.
Okay. Then we play something.
So, yeah, exactly. So all I want to say is if Matias and I were ever together at the same symposium, there would have to be a lot of salsa, right?
Yes.
We will discuss. Ricardo, Anneke, Luis, Matias, thank you very much. You are dismissed.
Thank you.
Nice seeing you.
Thank you, everyone. While they're changing around, Mr. President, you're staying. Radegundis, no getting out there. Yeah.
Oh, no,
so
I'll get another chair.
You're just organizing that screw. So while you're doing that, yeah, Alec from Montreal, did we say that? We probably did. Anneke from South Africa is watching. Kuyag, I hope I pronounced that right, from Mongolia is watching. And anyone else in the room there? Who else is watching in the room? Karen is watching from Florida. Sonia is there, and yeah, keep going. I have to scroll back too far now. So are the guests all there and waiting for us? Oh, it's so nice to see you. Hey, Chris. Oh my goodness. Chris.
Oh, I've got a microphone. Hi, Sarah.
Hi. Oh my goodness. I only know you from Instagram and Mr. Vegas Horn himself.
Yeah. Well, the same here. I always see you everywhere. So it's nice to actually talk to you.
Everywhere and nowhere. It's about time we ended up in the same bar at the same time, don't you think?
I think so. That would be amazing.
Chris Castellanos, everybody. And next to him is Marshall Seeley. Hi, Marshall. We've never met either in person, or have we? I don't think so.
We haven't, but I've watched you for years, it seems like. It's nice to see you even this close.
It's yeah, the great Oz has spoken. Sorry, it was a bit of a shock when I saw it this morning, but yeah, great to see you. What are you up to at the IHS?
Me?
Yes, who are you? You're the one. You're the only one I'm seeing right now. So I know there's a couple of Turners on the end there that I can't wait to hug virtually, but we'll get there in a minute.
Okay. Yes, this is my fifth conference symposium, and I'm so excited to be here and honored to represent and sort of like outside of the box thinking in terms of playing jazz and honoring my two teachers that have really influenced me the most, Julius Watkins and Willie Ruff. Both are my teachers, and to honor them and to basically pass on some of their traditions that they taught me, but also to talk about my world music influences. And I've traveled around the world with several world music ensembles, and I'm going to try to bring that here today.
So why is it that horn players are so uncool when they try and play jazz? Yourself, of course, as an exception, and someone like Giovanni, and there are a couple out there that are really good. But when I try, it's terribly uncool. Why is that? Why can't we get over ourselves and just improvise?
Well, it's not that you can't play the French horn. It's just probably what you listen to, and basically stepping outside and just trying very basic improvisation and then sort of growing with it. Most people think that jazz is just all about Charlie Parker, and if you can't do that, then you can't play jazz, you know. But it's really, it's just taking baby steps and just sort of just improvising, going out into the woods or in the mountains, you know, communing with nature and just playing whatever comes into your head. And then slowly but surely feeling enough that you can go out in front of people and do that. And then you sort of advance that way. And it's all basically trial by fire.
It definitely is. I've been trying a bit with my Cubans because, you know, there was the first thing I played with them, I got the score and there was like blank for 18 bars. And I said, well, what's that? Oh, it's you improvising. I was like, me what? And singing is getting easier improvising, but I still can't get around the fingering. And you said go out into the mountains. I thought you were talking literally, you know, about going out into the mountains of the horn improvising world and getting back down into the right key again. But you actually meant going out into real nature.
The real nature, right.
But for me, improvising is a little like getting out into the mountains and then not knowing my way back.
Well, I think just to clarify that a little bit, it's just, I think it's just getting to think about the horn in a different way. It's a little bit more organic, and to just not really think about the horn, but think about thoughts and about how you can put thoughts of whatever it is, as simple as it is, maybe just playing open notes and stuff like that, just to commune in a different way to your instrument. So it's kind of like a different part of your brain.
That would be okay. Okay, I'm going to do that this afternoon. Play some open notes and see if they do. See if they do.
If you encounter animals along the way, that's a good sign.
Okay, I'll see what I can do. Right now I'm on LA time, so I've been dead up till now. I'm slowly waking up, so I'm doing okay. Anyway, it's great to see you. It's great to meet you, and I would love to be there. Have you done your recital yet, or is it still to come?
It's this evening.
Ah, well, I'm sure everyone there is going, right?
Yes.
I'll be there.
Good. Can someone secretly live stream it for me so that I can be there and watch? I would love that. Chris, how about you in improvising? How's that? Are you any good at that?
I mean, it's so much fun. Growing up in Las Vegas with a bunch of people who that's what they do. You know, we make a joke in Las Vegas. It's like in Vegas, you've got, or in other places, you've got a bunch of great classical trumpet players, and everybody can, you know, play the Haydn and has great sounds. And everybody in Las Vegas has double C, you know. So it's like, it's a completely different scene, but they're all, I mean, amazing people to grow up around. So as a horn player, it was fun.
But you've made quite, you do all the big tunes. That's you're good at big tunes. I love it. All this stuff that comes up. Yes.
Yeah, well, you know, I just like to play what I like to listen to. And I like to do what's fun. You know, I like to try to go back to the whole reason I started playing the horn in the first place, which was it's kind of your voice, but you play what you like to play, you know. And fortunately, the trajectory that my career ended up taking, I end up doing that most of the time. So it's a really good time, you know. And that's one of the best things about these symposiums is just being around people doing their thing. Like so many horn players are really good at all different things, and everybody's got their thing that they're really great at. And it's really interesting to be here and watch everybody just take the stage and like shine at what it is that they do.
That's so lovely. That's really lovely. What have you played or will you play?
I am playing with Marshall today.
Ah, that's
Yeah,
a
we're sharing a concert, so it's going to be really fun. I can't wait to take the stage with him because I've admired his playing for so long, and just sitting in between all the people that I'm sitting with, Turner over here, and it's just like, oh my gosh, man! That's another great thing about these symposiums is that when you come to places like this, you end up running into people that you've admired your entire life, watching and listening and hearing their albums and stuff. And then you get to sit down and talk and go to lunch and maybe hang out afterwards and all that stuff. And there's nowhere else that you can really do that except for these kind of events. So everybody should try to be at them as often as you can.
Hear, hear. Okay, tickets are being booked now to Montreal. I can sense it. So thank you, Chris. Next time in person, I hope. Now camera's got to go a little bit to my left. Is that Kerry Turner I see, and Kristina Mascher-Turner? Are you two in the house? In the house.
You're in the house.
Woo. Welcome, you two. How absolutely lovely to see you. Here's a big virtual hug.
Yes, I think the last time I saw you was in London, the IHS in London.
Really? So long ago?
That was the last time, yeah.
Did you not do LA?
Oh, that's right, you were in LA.
I think it was LA.
I was actually, I did your gigantic mass horn thing. I seen that on YouTube. Yeah, so I was there in LA.
Yes, that was Andrew Bain almost got arrested for that. And in the end, well, he didn't show up, so it was me that almost got arrested for that. But I remember on the video, you can see you like who were you standing next to? I don't know. You guys had played something really high. It was the Star Wars and Stripes, and you go like this. You go like, whoa. That was very. And Kristina, you were there too.
I was. And I was just on a side note, I was thinking about this, and actually, Sarah, I've known you longer than I've known anyone in this room. We must have known each other, what, 26, 7, 8?
We met when we were 3 people. What are you laughing at?
We were 5, right? No, but it's just always such an exciting thing to be present live at an IHS symposium. We spent so much time apart and in virtual contact with one another these past 2 years. And speaking of friendships, I have made lifelong friendships with so many of the people in this room, people who are here today, people who are here earlier in the week. And for me, the IHS is just this incredible, happy, boisterous family. And we get to inspire one another musically and have all of these wonderful talks. And I have to say, just every time I come, I learn so much from listening to everyone else and experiencing horn playing from around the world. So for me, this is just a massive treat.
Oh, I think that deserves a round of applause. That's lovely. And the fact that you two are together and you're just such a good team. What are you playing together at the IHS this year? What's happening? Have you written any new stuff for the IHS, Kerry?
What did you say, sorry?
Have you written some new cool stuff for us this year?
Actually, I did. Kristina and Denise premiered a piece of mine last night called The Most Intriguing and Exciting Adventures of Cabeza de Vaca. And it was 8 minutes of pretty exciting stuff with large percussion ensemble. And everyone's been telling me they wish they could play it twice. They could have played it a second time because there was so much that happened in those 8 minutes. But actually, a lot of my stuff is being played here. It's really so flattering, and to have so many people come by the Phoenix Music Table and tell me about their performances of my music, because I don't really get that validation when I'm sitting at home in my house in Brussels. I find out that people are playing my things all over the world, and it really encourages me when I hear that. And of course, Kristina played my sonata for horn and piano at her recital and completely played the snot out of it. And so that was
Pardon? She played the snot out of it, did you say, or was that?
I guess that must be an old Texas saying.
I like it. We just call it snot, not snot.
Believe it or not, that's the polite one.
Ah, okay. I'm sure she did.
It's really wonderful. Everybody that's been playing here has been really taking huge musical risks and playing with so much style and emotion. And you know, we're not used to that. Those that are just go every day to the symphony orchestra or just studying, trying to learn notes in school. We kind of become note machines, note robots, and just deliver the note at the right place, right time, and the right dynamic. And they're not doing that on this stage. People are going out there and they're taking huge risks with really interesting repertoire, and it's really inspiring. I don't think anybody here has not gone through a concert at least once and had to wipe away a tear from emotion, because there have been so many emotional performances.
Oh, that's beautiful. And I also wanted to tell you, I go all over the world and hear master classes literally everywhere, and they always bring your pieces. You know, when I ask for ensembles, they show up with your pieces, and it's always a great pleasure to hear them and to play them, except those low horn parts, man. Hard, but it's great. Low horn rules. Well, thank you too for being here, and I hope to see you in person very soon. Maybe, yeah. Say no more. And I've just seen who is sitting there. That's a surprise. Is that Noble? Who's there? Is that you? Hi.
Hi. Hello.
So nice. Hi. Good morning.
We met in China.
We met in China. We did.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't know you were on the list. I wasn't quite sure. I couldn't see you. I couldn't see you.
I'm a bit late, but yeah.
Yeah, that's great. How has it been for you?
Oh, well, it's wonderful. It's great. I mean,
yeah?
I've been taking the chances to come to this kind of situations every time when I have a chance. Since I was really young in China, you know, something happened like this. Then I came, and it's really fascinating to hear so many great horn players and play great pieces. And then I remember in China, it's not so common. I think it was the first time or something. Then the TV came, asked if your mommy bring you here. I said, no, I brought my mommy here. A lot. And then since then, every time when there's a chance I come, every time I learn a lot of things, and it's also a stage. If you say you have something you want to share, they give you the chance. It's really, I feel like a family feeling here.
Oh, that's nice. Piñera, everybody, welcome. Is it your very first? Is it very first time as a featured artist? Yeah.
Sorry.
There's too much applause for you in the room, right? And I wonder if anyone's watching from China today. Is anyone out there? Oh, Adrian Diaz-Martinez is watching from Bayreuth. So that's a nice place to be right now. He's got best chops of all of us in the house right now, probably. Piñera, it's so nice to see you. Is anyone awake in China? Is anyone watching right now?
Well, I'm not sure. Maybe.
Well, we'll see.
I think, I think it's rather late in China now.
Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. But it's great. You're a surprise guest, Radegundis. You're any more surprises for me today, or is that? How are we doing?
No. Yeah, this was the last surprise.
That was a nice surprise. Thank you for that. It's made me actually very nostalgic seeing everyone there, so many great friends, and seeing the audience and the online chat. They are talking amongst themselves. We've had a request from Anna Rose for a horn hangout with Joshua Davis, which I love because he's also a fantastic arranger. Well, maybe Kerry, maybe we should get together and do a horn hangout about how to arrange best for horns. What do you think?
We did something similar to that on the online symposium last year. We had, I think Marshall was on it. We had a panel and we discussed compositions and arrangements for horn, and we had a lot of great exchange of ideas, talked about the color of different tunes, different keys, and talked about range and inspiration, and it was a really good discussion.
That's great.
And people come by my table too, and we talk about that as well. So this is one of the only places you can do that, where everybody can have free discourse with each other about arranging and composing. And,
the thing I love about the IHS the most is you can be a total nerd and everybody loves it, you know? You know, growing up at school, it was hard to be a horn nerd, being the only horn player around. And at college, you have to, it's not cool to be a horn nerd, so you have to pretend, well, at least I had to pretend. In the orchestra, you don't talk about horn that much. You ask when's coffee break and, you know, stuff like that. But at the IHS, you can be as nerdy as you want, and everyone loves it. And speaking of tables, Philip and Raymond from the second floor had just written in and said hello. They're watching the Alexander team from upstairs. So yeah, where are they? They should be downstairs right now. Come and visit us. Well, good, you guys. I mean, yeah, Mr. President, anything you want to add? Otherwise, I think the day's got to start. There's already been a concert already, hasn't there?
Yeah, there was already other activities. We had warm-ups, you know, and yeah, many things happening at the same time. We can get crazy really easy here, you know, to choose what to do. Yeah. Yeah,
that's your job.
Yeah, but what about you? Tell a little bit about you. What were you doing this week? And about
me? I'm not.
Yeah,
This is about you guys today. It's not about me. It's about you guys. But I'm just happy to see you. I just got back from LA, so I'm not the most awake person in the room. I really hope to be joining you soon. Really, I should be there. I wish you were doing some more live streaming, and then we could, you know, have a look. There was a rumor that Handsome Tim was going to look in, but he's on holiday in Saskatoon. Where's that? Anyone know where that is? Somewhere.
Saskatoon, Saskatchewan.
Sorry, I had no idea how to pronounce that. Don't bears live there?
Unless they play hockey, I don't know.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, he's in the middle of the wilderness. I think he's having a bit of a timeout, and he was going to try and, I can just imagine him wandering through the woods with his phone, but obviously it didn't happen, but I'm sure he sends his best. But we have Jacob on the other end of this, organizing all the Horn Hangout stuff. It's the first one for a while because we did so many in the pandemic, and then everyone did such great stuff. Well, not everyone did great stuff, but a lot of people did a lot of great stuff. There was also a lot of stuff on there that maybe, yeah, there was a mixed bag of stuff online, and so I just decided that we take a step back and look and see and what was needed, because what the Horn Hangouts used to do, you know, interviewing fantastic horn players, arrangers, composers, brass players in a live chat with a written chat, that was quite unique in those days, and now everyone's doing it. So it'd be really interesting to hear from all of you sometime which way you'd like the Horn Hangouts to go, what you think we should do, because coming back now after really almost a year's break, I've just realized it's so much fun to hang out with horn players again.
Yeah, well, I mean, you know, everybody just wants to see your face on the screen and interviewing people because you're so much fun to talk to. You know, so I think it's a great, you need to be doing it more often because it brings everybody together and allows people to hear people in a really relaxed setting that they admire, you know. So,
well, thank you.
Do it more often.
Thank you, Chris. I really appreciate that. But I was just worried there was so much going on online that, you know, how to get the stuff out there that people wanted, because people still write to me and say, how do you play low horn? What mouthpiece do you use? How do I choose a horn? And we've done all that already. All of that is in the archives, you know. So it's like thinking up something new, but I have the feeling if you don't have a parrot and you skateboard with it and do a handstand and bake at the same time, you're not interesting online.
Yeah. Well, you forget, Sarah, that people are inherently lazy. So they're not going to, a lot of people aren't going to go back into the archives and look for this stuff.
Would they help?
Those help, yeah.
Okay.
Can I borrow those for the recital tonight?
You know, we could sing God Save the Queen. We have the Queen here, by the way. So, yeah. I also have a corkscrew with a horn on it. I mean, we could do show and tell. Yeah, this would be cool for your concert tonight.
Actually, the corkscrew would be amazing. It's,
mine.
Yeah, we were searching for one of those the other night, actually. Couldn't find them.
This was a present from Annie Bosler. So she's done well. She got me these earrings. Annie, you're the best friend any horn player could have.
Yeah, so it should be a really fun concert tonight, though. Me and Marshall are going to play. And it's a little, like you were saying, all the outside of the box And I'm really fortunate. I just wanted to give my friend Nathan Tanawe a real shout out, because he wrote a really cool piece for horn, piano, and bass. And that's not your normal, piece, but he worked really hard on it, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And Marshall's playing some really cool stuff with use of like the visual media and other players and everything. So it'll be a lot of fun.
I hope someone's filming that so we get to see it. I would love to see that. And also Karen Murphy-Travers has just suggested a horn hangout about jazz horn with jazz horn players. So that might get me over my phobia of jazz improvising. I have all the books. There's a great guy in Puerto Rico as well, Joshua. He sent me a book as well. And Ricardo's etudes are also quite jazzy, but it's just this getting out there and having to do it by yourself. Think up something yourself. That's what I find hard.
Yeah, well, horn players, we work so hard to just sound good on the instrument. And then, you're like, oh, I want to play something different, but I don't want to go backwards. And then so a lot of people just don't step backwards. They don't step outside of the box. So, I mean, it's like you have to be willing to sacrifice a little bit of ego, or maybe a lot bit of ego, in order to have fun and create something new in your musical vocabulary.
It's a little bit like low horn as well, because wherever I go in the world, no matter who I've got playing for me, there will be someone saying, can you show me how to play low horn? And I'm like, okay, what's the problem? Well, it doesn't sound very good when I go down in the low range. I say, well, do you practice it? Oh, no. Why don't you practice it? Oh, because it doesn't sound good. So, we go round and round and round. So it's the same sort of thing, getting people out of their comfort zone. If they're not sounding very good somewhere, how many people go, ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Yeah, most people wobble around on the G just because they just want to get it over and done with, and it doesn't sound good. And how many people stop and really work on that mid to low range to get yourself out of that comfort zone? But first, you've got to do it at home, and that's where it's a bit ego bruising at times, if that's what you meant.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And the fact that we're always comparing ourselves to the best of the best, which can be great, but it's like when you start playing, if you start playing jazz, you're not going to be Wynton Marsalis right away, or ever.
He's pretty good at the horn, though. Did you see him playing the horn? He was pretty good.
Yeah, that made me sad. That made me sad.
All he had to do was put the thumb valve down. That's all he did. And then he was in B flat. He was like, oh man, it's easy. Yeah.
It seemed easy.
Well, thank you, you guys. Yeah.
One other thing I'd like to add is I think you have to sort of do it for the love of the game, playing jazz, because it doesn't always compute into a financially viable option, because you have to just play and it's not always going to be income producing. So you really have to step out and really love to do this and take the chance. Just you're advancing it and you're doing it for yourself more than just for the financial gains. So that's the other part of it.
The next symposium could be discussing how we could do horn players make financial gains. That's, if you're doing the horn hangouts, you certainly don't, I'll tell you. But we do it for the love, and I do it because I just love hanging out. And I was the loneliest student in the world, and I never want another student to be as lonely as I was while I was growing up, because I wanted to talk about horn. I wanted to share stories about mouthpieces and great recordings, and somehow I was made to feel that's not okay. But but it's horn symposiums and horn hangouts and everything, it is okay, and it's encouraged. And I'm really glad you guys are there and having a fantastic time. And now I'm sad. Anyway, I know we've got to wrap it up. So thank you so much to all of you. I mean, you and Kerry and Kristina and Pan and Radegundis, Mr. President. Mr. President, do you want to finish us all? Do you have a final word for us all?
Yeah, I'd like to thank you for doing this.
Oh, well, that's a nice word. Thank you. That was.
Yeah, and we are very happy. The IHS is a lot about connecting people, and I think you have a lot with that too. So I think it's a great thing to be together. Thank you. Thanks everyone for being here.
Yeah, thanks to everyone. I can see Ricardo in the front row there. Very good. Peter Steidler in the second row there. Look at them all. Hi, everybody. And is Annie there somewhere? Annie, where are you? She in there somewhere? Or is she watching online? Can't see her. Anyway, wave to the audience where they can all see you online, even if you can't see. There you go. Well, sending lots and lots of love to Texas, and I hope you have a lovely rest of the symposium. Everybody enjoy the concert tonight from Chris and Marshall. I'm sure that'll be amazing. And Kerry and Kristina and Pan as well. Are you still playing, or you got tonight, or you didn't? No, Kristina, you played already, didn't you? I saw you were wearing a very beautiful dress.
Oh, thank you very much. I had a recital together with Denise Tryon and our lovely pianist Loretta Bloomer.
She's there. Oh, that's
she's
lovely.
right out there.
Hi, Loretta. There you are. I didn't recognize you. How lovely to see you. Oh, hello. Everybody, that's Loretta. She's the most amazing piano accompanist in the world. I mean, you're so much more than that, but she understands horn players. And she waits for us to empty our spit between movements. And yeah, she's great. And you playing anything else, Kristina?
I've just got one more performance this afternoon. There's an ensemble called the New Cornu Ensemble that Steve Cohen has put together. And the concert title is A Celebration of Kerry Turner. So we're going to be playing several of his large ensemble works together, dressed in Western garb.
Oh.
So and then I'm doing a masterclass tomorrow morning for the Youth Day. So I'll be working with some of the All-State high schoolers from around Texas.
Fantastic. That's so important to go out into the community, because in England, Anneke will know this if she's still there, there was a report in the paper that horn was one of the least chosen instruments of all the young kids these days. And I thought that can't be. And so I'm making it my mission in England anyway, to try and get out there and encourage more people to play horn. So any sort of youth work or, outreach work that the IHS can do is really fantastic. And if you've got a youth day tomorrow, that really is amazing. So that's great. That's really nice to hear. That's very important. Because, we all have a great time playing, but we've got to encourage the younger generation and show them how great IHSs can be. So they all want to be horn players. Okay. Amen to that. Let me just see here in the chat. Howard Pink signing off, saying goodbye. Ricky Lee, thank you. Heidi Oros, Karen, Greg Russa's watching. Second Horn LA, Phil, that's lovely to know that he's there. I just stepped in for him last week. I think he was on vacation, so I got to play for him. So it was really amazing being back with that orchestra again. Yeah, what's for lunch? Steak? What do you
There's an amazing barbecue place like right down from my hotel, and if you guys are like into like brisket and like ribs and all that stuff, you need to go down to that place. I don't remember the name of it, so I can't exactly plug the name of it, but I mean, I'll tell you if you come up to me where it's at.
Sounds good.
I went there yesterday and I might have ate too much.
Do they have a vegetarian option? I hear you.
Yeah, water.
Okay, understood. Well, I'm sure there'll be more vegetarian options in Montreal. I mean, well, should one go there next year for the symposium. It's been lovely being with you. I'm signing off, wishing you a fantastic day. Radegundis, thank you for setting this up. You really are, you're a great president, and I'm sure everybody's appreciating your very first IHS, aren't you? Everybody there? A lot of cheering going on. Sending lots of love from Berlin. And yeah, I will stay in the room just for a second, but we are leaving. Jakob's going to cut the stream, so we are saying goodbye to our online viewers. Everybody wave. Thanks for joining us on the IHS 54 live from Kingsville. Bye, everybody.